What's quack-a-lacking, guys? I'm a Duck Quack here, and welcome back to a new series on the channel called What the Duck. Now, if you guys followed my channel last year, you'll know that we had a series called How Much. And that series, it basically focused on a bunch of players that I just personally thought were a little bit too cheap on the current market, and that would ultimately turn out to be good investments. This is that series. It's just got a much cooler name this year. So, I've got all my stats up next to me, so if you see me turning to my second monitor, it's just because I want to get up the prices for each console so that we can talk about it in a little bit more detail. So, we're going to be starting off with just this week's Team of the Week and Want to Watch cards. Now, the reason we're starting off with such a small field of players is because the packs at the moment and the panic over Black Friday has caused these guys to drop the most. The Team of the Week's been packed a load, so their prices have plummeted. And the Want to Watch cards is international break, and people have lost interest and put all their attention in these new Path to Glory cards as well. So first up, we have got Juventus right wing or right mid, Bernardeschi. Now, he's not always starting for Juventus, but when he does get on the pitch, he has been scoring occasionally. He's scored a few, he's assisted a few. If he gets a bit more game time, an inform is very likely. Now, if we're having a look at all consoles, he's pretty consistent. He's roughly 27,000 coins on each console, according to Footbin. And if we look at his price, just as far back as, we'll go to Sunday, he was 38,000 on average across all consoles. He dropped 12k, 11k in the space of about a week. Now, if we look forward to just Friday, he was 31,000 on each console. That's only 2 days ago, and he's already gone down 4k. When hype kicks back in, I feel pretty confident that this guy should see at least a little increase in price. And if he's starting or has a good game, that's when our money could come good. And it's the same logic with another Juventus player, and it's another winger as well. It's Douglas Costa, who's playing on the other side of the pitch. Now, Douglas Costa currently sits at about 58k. Yeah, 57, 58k is his cheapest on Xbox. You're looking at about 68, 69k on PlayStation and about 65,000 coins on the PC at the moment. It's the same logic with this guy. He's been starting quite a bit recently, and he has been playing well when he has got on the pitch. He's actually looking like he's starting to come into his true potential. Maybe he's grown out of his childish phase, even though he is fairly old, and he's starting to settle down at last. If we look back a week for this guy, he was 87,000 on Xbox, 95,000, well 96,000 basically on PlayStation, and 81,000 on PC. If we jump back to Friday, he was 68 on Xbox, 72 on PlayStation, and 70 on PC. So you could see another drop has taken place since Friday. Not quite as massive, but it is there. This is one of the bonus of the international weeks. People just start to forget that they even exist and lose the focus on them. Next up, we're going to keep it to one more of these Want to Watch cards. And that doesn't mean that I only think there's 3 that have any kind of value. The likes of Yarmolenko is huge value. He's been playing fantastically this season, and he's come to about 85k. But we're going to be looking at Bayern Munich central midfielder Tolisso. Now, he's had a couple of games where he's scored, and he hasn't been a million miles away from an inform card. With this card, though, we're looking at what happens when he gets that inform. This card is solid as it is. An inform, a boost of up to 84 rating, will put him close to 80 across the board, and he would be one of the better players for central midfield roles in the whole of the Bundesliga, even a CDM slot for him. If we're looking on Xbox, you can see 72k, on PlayStation about 78, and on PC around 82, 83,000 coins. Last time that there was hype around his inform, he spiked to about 200k, and if we look back a week ago, he was sitting at 84, 86, 84. And on Friday, he was 77, 79, and 85. And that's Xbox, PlayStation, PC. So you can see that this guy hasn't dropped quite as much. He's still held his value fairly well over the last week. But I still think there's a bit of potential. Probably not quite as big as with the Costa Bernardeschi. But with those guys, it does revolve around how much game time and how much they start, obviously, as well, to increase that hype and that boost around them. Any way you look at it, though, these Want to Watch cards are going to have some sort of value for us. We're then going to move straight into the current Team of the Week, and we're going to talk about 84 rated cards. The first one up that we have is Daniel Piero, and he is a Valencia centre midfielder who currently goes for around this kind of price, Just over 22,500. That's very cheap there. If I had coins, I'd buy him. You can see how easy it is to snipe these players and turn them over for a profit as well. Piero, 22k for an 84 rated player is great when it comes to any kind of SBC. His 54 pace is very off-putting to actually use him, but his 89 passing is solid and shooting as well as his dribbling. We're going to be looking at these investments more for SBC usage though. So firstly, he's 84 rated, huge. We've already talked about that. Huge league and nationality, Spanish, La Liga, brilliant links for when you're building these challenges. But most predominantly, he plays in a midfield role. Have you guys looked at how rare central mids are, central defensive mids are, cams are for these kind of players? 84 rated informs. This is the cheapest I've seen it in a while, and that's why I like this guy so much. It's all about the question though, will he drop that a little bit more during squad battle rewards tonight? Can we pick him up for around 18-20k? Because he is constanting around 23,000 coins on each console at the moment. Now, the final player we're going to look at in here, and this is the one that I've gone big on myself. I bought about 9 of him. Well, I say gone big. I used all my coins on him. Is another 84 rated, and it is Faven from Marseille. Now, this baffles me. He's 84 rated, so people know that 84 rated informs are going to have some sort of value. But if we have a look, he's going for 20,000 coins. He is literally 20,000 coins or cheaper at the moment, and dropping. I just bought about 9 of him for about 20,000 coins, and now there's more up. One for 19, yeah. On Xbox, this is his price. On PlayStation, he's 18,000 coins, and on PC, he's 20,000 coins. Now, you can see this guy's stats are solid. 84 pace, 86 dribbling, 81 shooting, 82 passing. He's got 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot, so that side of it is absolutely fine. He's an attacking right winger. He's going to be used for SBCs. He's got a great nation, good league, but he's also a highly playable card. This guy's card is fantastic. The one reason that I believe he's so cheap at the moment is because his base card is a non-rare gold. That's why we've seen him packed so much. He could fall a little bit lower than this, but the quantity of him available in the market becomes a little bit irrelevant when you start thinking about SBCs. The more SBCs that drop, the more this player is going to be used in them, the rarer he's going to become, the more people are going to want him for their squads, or just use an 84 rated player for an SBC. And that's what makes me like this guy the most, to be honest with you. So guys, that is going to wrap up the first episode of our What the Duck series. It's looked at a few players. We've got one to watch players in there, but use your research. Look at Footbin. Most of them have got some value at the moment. We've got these informs. This current team of the week is so cheap at the moment. We've got to take advantage of that. We have so many investment opportunities. Here's just a little bit of direction for you guys. So if you liked this series last year and you like the idea of it this year, then make sure you drop a like so I know and carry it on. A new subscription to the channel would be incredible. I'll leave my Twitter link in the description, so follow me there if you're not already. And we'll also get a Discord link, which is pinned to my Twitter. So if you're not there, hop in. We've got so many members, constantly active, always someone to talk trading with. And pro clubs and everything else, basically. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.